and I still get emotional over this, so I'll probably cry before it's over with. One of the things that Joey was mentioning earlier about the kids and their perspective of the tournament and how they kept their calm. Well, one of the things is you guys had a great time here watching the game. Y'all had more fun here than we did. We were at the game, and when the game's over with, guess what we do? We get up and leave. I mean, it's like, okay, game's over. Hey, we won. Yeah, all right, let's go. And we leave the stadium. Or we might stay and watch the next game or something. But it seemed like we got texts and Facebook posts and all that stuff of videos, and it looked like the party just started here. It was like, yeah, we won. All right, hey, more wings. Bring out more wings. Fill up the pitchers. We're going to stay here another couple hours. And we got them left. So y'all really did enjoy. And the thing about it, the one thing that we missed out probably more than anything is seeing the news. We did not get to see the news reports that how big it was here, because we were getting texts, we were getting Facebooks, but we couldn't really see how much it really had overwhelmed the city, and which was probably a good thing, because my wife, which is what Joey was referring to earlier, cried 3 or 4 times a day. She'd get a text, she'd go, oh no, read that, and she'd be on Facebook, she'd go, Joey, come here, what's up? And so, I mean, it really was. It was that, and of course, there was a lot of that stuff. I had to kind of fight back tears. I had a guy, I'm a real estate agent as well. I'm more of a residential, kind of an auctioneer guy. That's why the mic doesn't really bother me much. But I had a guy from Murfreesboro, just another auctioneer from Murfreesboro with a different company I've never met before, called me. And, it was one of those things, I got a phone call, and most everybody at this point, we're in Williamsport, and most everybody at this point knew where I was. And oddly enough, I didn't get very many phone calls. And but I got this one, so I listened to it, and guys, Joey, this is so and so, from this so and certain company, and I was listening to it, and I was like, oh man, I got another call. I mean, come on, people know where I am now. And he goes, is that your son, the first baseman on the Goodlettsville? Just tore me up at that point. He goes, you got a son he plays a hell of a ball player and played a damn good ball game. And I'm like, I don't know you, And so it was that kind of support that really just killed us emotionally. But the good thing about all that is, what I was getting to, is that one day, it was after we played maybe it was after we played the California game and won the U.S. championship. My wife was in the hotel, and she was sitting in the lobby and was on their lobby computer and looking at Facebook, and Jonathan happened to come up to ask her a question. And I was just sitting over on the little couch, and a bunch of people in the lobby. And he goes over to ask her a question. She goes, Jonathan, you can't imagine how big it is at home and all this. Look at all this. I mean, she was just going on and on and on, and he was just really politely listening to her. And as soon as she got, she was just building up how big it was and everything. He goes, you see my iPod? That was it. I mean, that was. I mean, they were excited to play the game, but really when it came down to it, it was just another game to them. That was a little bit bigger tournament. And I think probably one of the things going into it, which is going to hurt us maybe next year, but one of the things going into it this year is, when we got to Warner Robins, we pretty much looked at it and said, okay, look, we want to do what we can, hopefully win a couple of games, and if so, maybe get on TV. I mean, that was, as a personal goal for us, it was, we'd love to get on TV. And then, once we got on TV, it was like, okay, great. Now, as far as Shannon and I, my wife, we were kind of going, okay, look, it'd be great. If Jonathan can if Jonathan can get a hit, that type of thing. And so, and not, we didn't want to lay an egg as a team. We wanted to at least show, now we're on TV, we want to at least show up and at least give them a good game. Well, so we won that game. And then it was like, yeah, all right, we won a game, all right, now we're playing Warner Robins, oh my goodness. And, it's the same thing, but it's just like, let's don't lay an egg when we're playing the big dogs. Let's at least give them a fight. And then, of course, we won that game, and then it was like, seriously, it took us a couple of days to even really realize how big it was or what we were getting ready to do. And then at Williamsport, it was the exact same thing. It was, hey, let's win a game, not lay an egg, get a hit, get an RBI. Small little goals that we took with us that I think helped us build on the fact that these kids weren't overwhelmed by, going up there and saying, hey, we got to do this, we got to do this. Now, what Jacob has to do next year, I don't know, but that's going to be a different story.
He'll be fine.
Well, anyway. But anyway, that's pretty much, that's kind of got us from where we were this year. It was very calm, cool, and collected, because our expectations were just to play. Whatever happens, happens. Now, from here on out, it's going to be a little bit different for any team that gets, last year, not this past year, but the year before that was our first year in Little League. And our team went to Warner Robins to play in that tournament. So,
We did not win a game. Well, they
yeah.
did not win a game. We were with the 11s that year.
Right,
So.
right. So, and one ironic thing, and I'm done. In 2010, this same group, pretty much, we were in Dixie Youth at that time, and we went to Louisiana, and we came in third in the World Series down there, which is basically about like a Warner Robins regional tournament here in Little League, because it's so much bigger. We came in third there. The next year, that same group, a little bit mixed of different kids, but the same group went to North Carolina. Joey coached that team. I coached the team. Me and another guy coached the team that went to as 10-year-olds. As 11-year-olds, Joey coached that team. We went to North Carolina, came in second. And then as 12-year-olds, we came in first that year. The scary part about that is, now, and there's a lot of blending of teams and stuff as they go up. The scary part about that is, talking about my son now Jacob. Now I had Jonathan on the team, and then you got Jacob. When his group of 10-year-olds went to a Little League regional for 10-year-olds, which was in West Virginia, and they came in third. Last year, they went back to North Carolina, where my son went last year, came in second. So we're going to have to see what happens if they can run that table again. I try to tell everybody that because I don't want to jinx it and not tell anybody that. You know, it's like I don't want to say it. So anyway, so we'll see what happens. They got a pretty good group, and it'll be fun.